started Cerebus, all by himself back in 1977 and said, I'm going to do 300 issues in a row, and he did it, and he owns it, and it's his. There are many other people who have gone on to have amazing success as self-publishers and owning their own properties. Terry Moore is another good buddy of mine, a guy who does Strangers in Paradise. He has a new series now called Echo that just came out. But those sorts of opportunities are now available to creators in a way they really weren't available until guys like Dave Sim and a few others really sort of paved the road. So economically speaking, between royalties being available and more chances for creator ownership and creator participation, the status quo is a lot better for comic creators today. There's no doubt about it. We've come a long way, but again, there's still a lot of guys, who are 60, 70, 80 years old who operated under a different set of rules.
Do any of the major comic companies ever kick in for the old timers? Like, I remember hearing that the guys that created Superman got something for creating the character, but technically, I think DC said, well, we didn't really have to give them anything, we just did it in appreciation.
Yeah. The backstory on that is Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, the guys who created Superman, basically sold it to DC for $130 plus a 10-year contract to do the book. And really what they were looking for was a 10-year contract to do the book.
Right.
They were aspiring cartoonists. They just wanted to have a steady job, and they said, holy crap, here's an opportunity for us to guarantee us 10 years worth of steady work, and at the same time, to be able to get that kind of a deal, they said, yeah, you can have Superman for $130. Well, we obviously know Superman has become a billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar worldwide property. If you take a look at, everything from Superman comic books to movies to tennis shoes to peanut butter, that's done in the United States and Paraguay and Japan and everywhere in between. You look at it in hindsight and you go, okay, I don't want to say they got hosed. They were adults. They knew what they were doing and they were interested in the contract. But at the end of the day, Superman became somebody else's. It belonged to national periodical publications. In 1977, when the Superman movie came out, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster definitely weren't doing very well financially. One of them, I believe, was diabetic and was gradually going blind. I think he was legally blind at the time. The other had some back and leg problems, and he was working as a mail carrier for the post office, and it was very difficult for him to get around with the physical problems he had. So there was a settlement reached where DC basically gave them a yearly payout akin to a kind of a pension, but depending on whose version of the story you like, DC's hand was kind of forced into something like that. So things like that have happened in the past, and again, I think today's landscape is a heck of a lot better. I think economically speaking, creators are treated a lot better. They're treated a lot more with respect. And also, I take a look at an organization like Marvel Comics, and they've been absolutely tremendous to hero in allowing us to do some joint venture things with them, to allow us to use their characters in certain limited ways for our own publicity and promotion. Again, you talk about the Ultimate Spider-Man thing that we mentioned. That's something that we could not do without the advice and consent of Marvel Comics, and they basically said, hey, that's great. You run with it, line
your own comic book. Top Cow, for the most part, was, its own self-contained kind of universe. What was that like?
It was fun. I really enjoyed it. And, I've been working in publishing in one way, shape, or form now for about 20 years, almost 20 years now, either as a writer or as an editor or both. This was my first real hands-on experience in the comic business, and it was really a lot of fun. And some of the highlights for me are the things that might not, well, in some cases they are commercially successful, in some cases they aren't. One of the things I loved, we did a book called Common Grounds. It was a 6-issue miniseries by a pretty much unknown writer, a guy named Troy Hickman, who just wrote these beautiful, heartfelt, very human tales of superheroes at a donut shop. I mean, it was absolutely incredible. And there were short stories. We did 2 per issue, but these stories were so good, I would send these scripts to all these artists and say, hey, would you like to do one? And they all jumped all over it. We had stories in there drawn by Carlos Pacheco, by George Perez, by Dan Jurgens, by Sam Keith. I mean, we had all these top names left, right, and center. And it was a 6-issue miniseries. It didn't last too long, but it was amazingly fun to work on. We did something when I was there called Freshman, which was a series by Hugh Sterbikoff that he created with his buddy Seth Green. We had art by Leonard Kirk, and again, it was kind of a funny tale. It was incoming freshmen, college students with superpowers. A lot of fun to work on that. One thing that I'm also proud of is I brought Ron Mars on as the writer of Witchblade. Ron's a good buddy of mine, and I think he's a brilliant writer, great writer. We brought Ron on, I think, with issue 80, and Ron has already committed to go at least through Witchblade issue 150. So he'll have at least a 70-issue run on the title. And working with Ron, and I was there when we did the 10th anniversary issue where we had, again, a whole bunch of guest artists coming in for a couple of pages. But again, your traditional galaxy of stars. We had Chris Pacello, we had Joseph Michael Linsner, we had Bart Sears, we had a million different guys in that book. It was a lot of fun to work on.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Cool.
You guys got anything else? I thought you had something.
No, we're all set.
Anything in chat?
No, it's perfect time. Is there anything in chat? Is anybody here?
Oh no, there are definitely people there, and this thing is in fact on.
They
actually.
Can people see that?
That is what people.
How bald am I?
No, you're not that bald.
I'm getting bald, man.
It happens. It happens. No, I think that we're good to go. So Jim,
excellent.
Thank you very much, man, and definitely
say your website again for everybody listening.
It's heroinitiative.org. Don't put that damnable.com at the end. .org. Heroinitiative.org. .org. You got that? Good. Thanks.
Have a good time, man. We hope to see you again through the weekend.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Good stuff.
All right.
So you went to that the Marvel what panel did you go to?
I went to wait, hold on one second. I'm double checking to make sure that we're let's see. Right now, broadcast started. I think we're I think we're still up. Oh wait. Can you guys see us? Can you hear us? That's the question. Can you see us? Can you hear us? Force push the Jedi away. Why we have to force push the Jedi away? They're just doing their thing, right? Ryan went ahead and made friends with the LA Jedi, which is good stuff. We're definitely going to be talking to them soon. Okay, so looks fine, sounds coming in clear. Hit the Jedis with a chair. No, we're not going to do that. What's going on over there, Ryan? Go ahead, take a seat. Put those headphones on, friend.
All right.
I saw you over there cohorting with the LA Jedi. How are they?
Those guys are pretty cool, actually.
I believe it. They're Jedi. How can they not be cool?
Anakin Skywalker?
Anakin's the coolest.
He's not cool.
He's evil.
He sucks. Well,
Whatever.
I blame his actor.
Oh, dude, you guys are hard on Hayden Christensen.
I had no problem when anybody else let him in that movie.
He did a fine job as
getting his arm chopped off and his leg at the same time.
Absolutely. Well, look, and that's really the bad part, in the fact that I was watching that movie again, of course, for I don't know how many times, episode 3, and I'm like, Obi-Wan basically not only chops off both that fool's legs, but his good arm. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why? I'm just saying, like, he knows he has a cybernetic arm. Why did he chop off the good arm too? I'm like, that's pretty.